the Tizzy, Zizzy, Binny show a fair few times. Does sound almost like a cartoon, to be honest with you.
They get some solid reviews though, how they've been playing.
Is it? APG finally got a loot crate delivered. Ida is holding. It's a smart maneuver from Ida. It might just pay off, especially if APG is going to be moving through. Means here that APG is going to. This top goes for something right over towards the beachhead. Ida has absolute about it.
Situation, we're going to hold this and kind of leave one man out. Kid, it's the jump. A quick getaway from it, link up with a disadvantage, but you get over the bridge and back onto the main now.
Back over towards the east, prison as well as shelter. Limited cover in prison does set yourself up nicely up towards the high ground, but no one's really sent unless it's a absolute like I can't imagine teams going into zone 4 though.
Soon top offering up a short trying to trim them down coastline. Meanwhile third person fight as well.
Hide wrap up towards prison maneuver as well, Jackie. All things. A lot of teams must have shifted. Listen, might have left those areas a in terms of players. Bit of a bold maneuver, but with the information, it's probably the best for at this stage of the game, especially get over that 128-point mark.
Tries to get the quick connection off. Great follow up, and that's how far. First squad falling now. We get.
Yeah, Thunder Talk's out. I mean, playoffs really. In the bottom of the tables. Dare onto that one around Milter, but they toothpick out and clean out DRX inside of Milton. They can down towards the south edge and they in an uncomfortable spot now.
Ooh. Classic though. Top able to find that angle. It's from way back up on the hillside.
Doc. Maneuver. I get that, you know, to do one another goes down there, losing durability on health. Just get your boy up. All right. I'm shouting you, like, just right down.
The bullets torn to shreds as well. Onto him.
Very overzealous, but don't quite know what was going on. I know they want to get into the bare information going into it. Players they could sit around those hills further in the hovercraft, but team shots onto that vehicle. Players hate how that teams into pretty. As soon as they see it, they see.
Trying to look a little bit like Alpha today. They're jittering a little bit. Feels like the nerves might be there on them. and from the info on Smash Sunday.
So uncomfortable, not because then every single game just need 10 points. Matches, let's kind of hold the scenario going forward. And you should just play your own game. Especially for Yang. Not sure what happened there with T20. On an APG, they were so far. They just need to play out PUBG Mobile for themselves. It's happening. This is nade of the day right there.
Max a minimum on that. We'll forget about that. Focus versus Fireflies, throwing out close quarters engagement. He's trying to get a look in as well from this. Garface, Matcap goes out on this one. On, it's quick to the hit. The RX starting to lose.
Yeah, more shots going through. Where they saw this fight break out. Fireflux, that was their use that moment to swing rounds coming through from AP. Don't even want to think about camp. I think they're good.
Of errors that you will be to forget. You're going to be having your eyes gone as they're in with 3 eliminations.
Oh, getting at least didn't show us the Molotov. Dear me. Yangon though, that is hold on over towards Team Secret. Alter Ego. Just keep going on that.
At this point, even just off Elim's line now, you've already grabbed yourself. And it's very early doors, already set.
Criticos down. And they took advantage of that high ground. That eastern side. They knew they were from that northwest, so they used the plane map as well as this. Identify an area on the map that might be start to develop that in.
Ringing and showing us they're handy with Team Secret, but the clap back gone that try and get a spot down into this one. And there's even more follow-up coming.
I think when you look over towards E, them here almost count them out because the circle's going to put side of it, so it will take a little bit. Galacticos really need to do now. B stings down towards E. They've locked down.
And well, it's the Alpha obviously. It's just Joel now. Falcons as they were trying to make the solo man.
Where likely APG point. Rest gone. Point off the back. Off the back of the arena. Way by Hora. Right then, if they took Yangon would have made it. Need to get themselves into placements right.
Well, you can see kind of the difference. Almost feeling like if they went for that risk and reward potential onto Alter Ego, and also looking to some points from this.
Falcons actually not playing a terrible game. They are roaming, they are making A lot of the players coming through. The circle arena in. Now for less of a matter about battling, case of battling against horror stations.
And SayCloud that are basically one sneaking in from the back line. And co. It is just they're finally getting what they're converting those knocks into full elimination. Mop them up. Building 7 point away from beating the ones.
Yangon Galactus just need to get all they need towards the Falcons, but they blast them away with the air. Not just Regnum Kaya up top, push through 2 teams. And something we've not seen.
So many nades thrown at Tosh. The cover he had to play with. Oh, if you got the back line with Narvas, you could completely leave him in a position where to the Silas rocks over in the back of the buggy. The pick me up short. Out.
Looking over towards Silas. Buggy hits the deck. On the side of Yangon Galanskog. Kind of pace let up anytime soon. He wants to keep on pedaling. Now towards Wild.
Split with how they're playing it as towards Regnam. Still just looking for the vision back. Is in the center there for the quick. David fight goes. Meanwhile, from Alpha is spotted with the vibes. Oh, Tosh. But it doesn't work. Narvalo. Back.
Eliminations, Jack. Performance from them today. Getting some good results in over toward. Have not been thriving. Falcons, they see weakness.
No. The hailstorm hits. 4. Trying to be done as Koa and remove the potential for 4 and Co on that one. Unfortunately, the Falcons unstuck. Shots down and remains alive. Meanwhile, Jed versus Yangon.
Gigantic game. Very, very nice. Looking to catch up to the another nade sent through in the towards the back, but Romeo with that molly burns him. Will pick up Silas. Sleepy gets lucky there on that back.
For Yang to establish on this one. 28 barrier and making it Ash rule. Can they go in this game? Other squads with how they've been playing.
Romeo's down. With SayCloud, no fear. But they need another with a chicken dinner. From Hora. Still holding on that. Good shot.
Yang gonna finally how they've been able to play. Why? From Sky Mern at the even more points for and leaves these squads come to the best. You better be.
Weibo needs to get moving though. Like Yangon needs to. Has had no influence here. All cloud is down, and do the boys want? gathering as much information as possible in the back pocket. Look back. Ordered still down. Might have just
to work with here as well. Position to provide themselves nades for the engage. A good range of different places. With a flight kick, even if you only slightly peek inside of the vehicle. Order. There goes.
Timing as well as the circle starts to push. Timing, in fact. This ball will make life very.
Of course, it was solo so long ago. The last man representing the in position with heat exit.
Blue essentially, and now can set their sights completely. And gone Galacticos. They have. It's not great for them.
Surprise take. Dived in behind the tree and the loop towards his position, but he's topped in. Heel comes through in the nick of uphill are good for damage. Day Cloud
really important on a side swipe cross only for Yangon Galactic. 91 points up towards mark over into the hundreds in the day.
So much riding on. We've been singing the praises of him and here, a lethal unit. Knock that came over onto rope. Advantage into this one. That's the down to just 2 players still left to work with. That's been a difference.
Smart plays here for 33. Slowly pushing up, and another will find themselves today with the big storyline because they have crossed.
Coming into effect on this outing. It is huge for the difference of being able to into a position where if they keep throughout this day, they could. It's all to play for. We'll be building going into game 3 is going to be palpable.
Bowstring is pulled taut right, and they're hoping to keep that tension to extend. You look towards this team. Yangon probably quite happy that he gets bad. Hard. The third match today over on Aryan to the desk.
Level up your gaming experience. Million playlists only on the official audio streaming partner of Esports World Cup.
challenge the top two coming into day and finals. Weibo is able to try and make that catch up here for the grand final. And 7 as well. So not 7, he's okay, I'm on the brain. Maxman as well as Neptune. Good to see this team be able to step up to try and make that catch.
Classic WBG, I feel like. Mid, and then as the zone pushes them, they end up starting to sweep teams actually to sweep each other moments, and that's exactly what we saw. That we're not landing, but going to shelter, rotate, being able to get Elim after a 20-point game, and when we look at that, we are looking at being basically.
I mean, yeah, but okay, Yangon Galacticos. We saw it this match. That's the issue. That could smash next game. Question: big target on their back. Are any teams 17 points here? Again, wide rotations, making it up north, the east. All of the teams are going to be west, meaning northeast. Take control. They get the elims. They.
So we got to focus on that a little bit. There is a world where if they win the subsequent game with no other team in that smash, Galacticos, Yangon champions here, and after putting up 7, they realize I think that they're over the hurdle as well. Let's just get a limb here or there from APG, even a little bit more.
And so far it's working. Able to get the points that they need to closer to Yangon than they are. We're actually sitting really. They got a second place, not a win before the smash point coming in, so they'll win the next one.
The other team though, APG, I initially want you can continue on because I am a military-based team. You have and to watch them try and dodge bullets and all this stuff, it's not enough to try and make something happen.
Into a wall, Kalaris. Have we been doing a drop in military base? You should have it now over the course of a year and a half since the brand new iteration of this team for Alpha. So committed, and they almost lost players against from IQ across the bridge.
Yeah,
it was on this graphic. They only jump up 119. They started off with 107. You still need 8 points. The way they're playing, they might take 2 before they even get there.
I think this win, it couldn't have happened in a more perfect, because now we can race absolutely. Yeah. However, if we're once again, we're right there here for day number 3.
I mean, if the gaming could look watch as Weibo Gaming actually is they're performing art, and I slightly hate that gaming could get this close and only get the MVP.
All their players. Top is Will Acquaint. Loves the second place, but when you look at Smash Roll, it's not comfortable with, and here completely crumbling under that ascent at the top.
We had been talking about the pre-show, right? Technically, this handle the pressure. Yangon Galacticos has gone technically, right? Because obviously throughout the tournament so far, but Natura, they've been able to have looked fantastic for them, and they zone.
Yes, they do. It's able to do that. They seem to be knowing what is the right. They have really good map. Well, we were talking about it where the fourth, so they knew which side of the zone. Just taking full advantage of that. Too reckless, just very careful. And I think that's something that in the seen the aggressive side of Yangon too much. Have a compound in the zone, kind of just take a couple of 2 stragglers that are at. But for this game, they were able to just take advantage of them.
You said that thing. For me, the mark of a champion, how they understand, and I think Yangon Galacticos like absolute limits of how he can approach to the game. They see the circle east, meaning all of the teams are focused on the southern side, and northeast is going to be completely open for reacts to that kind of situation. Cool, they play off the back of that. The aspect of the game that for me that is the main in PMWC.
At this of like, okay, we're all going to be moved. A lot of these best come along, Neptura, are teams that are as the circle's popping. Okay, we right now in order to be able to, because if you are, you need to be the one moving first. Teams could leapfrog you as we take odds 137 points. Won't matter for the moment. All young win a game if PMWC champions.
Next game.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be so cool. They've got that smash point. By the way, surpassed by almost 10. If they could come in with that momentum, got it under the belt. We're good for it. Game number 3.
So, okay, we know where Yangon Galactic.
Yes.
Question for you, Neptura. Dangers. Anyone come in for?
Go elsewhere.
Oh.
They could do that too.
Before, I think it was.
Hora.
Was it CS? We're not going to get hot dropped in the final game. They actually changed their drop spot without, and they did end up almost getting hot. So could we see something similar? I'm wondering. It's not, though. 100% not going to be.
They have Zaki available. GMX is not here. Ultra safe. Just avoid an. Zaki could be an option, which is.
I'd hate that. That's.
Yeah, the same rotation path, right? It's near.
It's so.
No, maybe not. That's even.
Pull an RPG where there's no weapons when you.
Actually, we were looking at the second page of the again, increasing your rank, extra bit of money.
Yeah.
It hits match point. We are zone. Yangon Galactic breach across that. The question of how will they play? Very high likely that in this position before. They're cool. It's time to go. Our next Erangel of the day.
A position is a sentence that can describe about this team. Is playing to their strengths. For placements, for elimination. Home nation. This team, age and experience does not matter. It's what you bring to the ground at the PMWC. Yangon Galacticos with the smash rule now opportunity to walk away of this game, but the champion of this entire.
Let's shatter. Let's smash over towards Aaron. 137 now from Severny down into it. We're getting loud. Gaming, watching as it gets further and further ahead. Horizon. The moment on a map that they are
making in the prior game into two duos, maximized elimination, themselves over that threshold. See how they play. Rules in effect. If things start to, they're able to play their own game. If some of our other squads down early, build for them. Challengers nipping at their.
This is where you got to solidify the nerve short. And you need to be on this battleground. The adrenaline must be pumping. Better keep it quiet, keep it calm. Like you say, play their style. Out on the edge. And certainly will be the edge for Yangon Galacticos. Over George at the moment, a very, very central circle. It's anyone's game. Yangon Galacticos have set their sights on it.
Zeroed in to take that chicken dinner. It all comes down to the action. Keep you updated with how it develops.
Issue is, yeah, starting out in ruin. Build that position though. Regnum Karya from yesterday not have the same effects for, especially if Regnum. And we'll look over, leaving Yangon on just the for Romeo to have. It's the team to refold over to. But it is known.
Obviously from yesterday's set. And Romeo bided his player, I believe it was locked to go through. They're aware of this. Them off entirely.
Trying to catch up right now. The match point just yet. Points. 11. Further behind. 20 acquired, so probably a chicken. Elims. Only one team on. That's where things get a little bit more spicy. Just try and dogpile. In the shadows. At times, great team when it comes to. A lot of teams will be. The countdown down to 0. 3.
Power today, seeking fights as no strangers to what feels like they have been thrown so many teams and causing squads. Right now up against those
very good.
Really, really nice to see them be able to just have this knack for knowing the best entry point in a zone, right? They knowledge, really good team knowledge as well. Zones were popping back and forth, so the was most likely to be open. Not overextending, not being careful, but aggressive. And in the last 2 days, we've not seen too much because they've been able to take on the last couple of there at the end of the game. But team after team after team and take a
very good understanding the circle and everything. Champion team is how a lobby reacts to a circle. Have that nailed down to the to be on that kind of macro approach. Going west, they're going back northeast. On the western and entry point northwest, complete for them. They know how the lobby reacts to that free entry point. They get into the circle. They're so smart on that aspect. And why they made it so far.
There's a very hive mind mentality. In this certain area, we're going to be moved. Best teams that you see come along already in their vehicles. We need to be moving right now. You are going for wide rotates. You need to be the first. Otherwise, other teams could lead. Look now at the overall leaderboard. But that point number won't matter. What Galacticos has to do is, if they do, they become our.
Please be in the
You're
that would be
excited?
so cool.
Whoa.
So cool. They've ended on a second point threshold. Done, dusted by almost 10 points there. And with that momentum going, heck yeah, we're good to go. Number 3 could be our final game here.
Galacticos drop, right? They go crates George.
Yeah.
Uniptra.
Oh no.
Are they going to come in for the Yangon
Or do
Galacticos?
they go?
Do that too, actually.
Yeah.
We have CSA.
Where?
They were like, nah, final game, no chance. Bot without telling anybody. Hot drop there, so they avoided. Similar from Yangon. It's not going to be anybody in the top.
I mean, the thing is, it's not here anymore. If you want to play it, avoid an early fight option, which is,
Yeah.
I didn't think I would ever say that.
That's not what I want to hear, man.
Right, it's nearby
Exactly.
Drop on every. That's even worse.
No weapons when you drop. Yeah, great. Yeah.
The second page of the leaderboards, you were seeing your rankings, you could get.
Yeah.
Of course, here. Match point. We are in. Yangon Galacticos is the one. That the question on my mind is, they play it out. It's likely that they have never before. Will they? Time to go to the commentators here of the day.
They've never been in before. A sentence that can describe so much pain, but all they have been their strengths, pushing eliminations for the pride of their. This team has shown does not matter. All that to the grand stage. Pmwc. Galacticos have been delivering in rule now in effect. They have to walk away as but the victor and this entire tournament.
Smash here on towards Aaron Gold match 37. We're above Bernie down towards Primos. We're getting loud in the arena. Watching as Yangon Galactic and further ahead towards. This is their chance. Map that they are known for.
It was great in the prior game with how duos maximized eliminations to get over that threshold. How they play. If things start to change, if I'm able to play their own game, if some of our other squads early build for themselves, challengers nipping at their.
But you got to solidify the need. Loud, the nerve short, and you need to be solid on this battleground. The adrenaline must be pumping. Better keep it quiet, keep it calm, like you say, play their game, play their style. Out on the edge, living on the edge for Yangon Galactic. Over towards South George at the moment, a very central circle. But Yangon Galacticos have sights on it.
And ready. Chicken dinner. But it all comes to action in the lobby. It develops here.
Is Romeo's pulling a in ruins. So one team in particular yesterday. As Yangon Galacticos pulls out early over towards Romeo, take the 3. It's a nice It's a good anchor over towards.
That's the interesting talking point of games when they rotate his time until it was one. See, that was the last. He took shots at him, so like this, it wouldn't catch.
Weibo Gaming and right now APG not just yet at 119. Still shy. Weibo 23 points. A chicken dinner and a fair few to make that one happen. But at this stage of the game, on Smash ruling, spicy where teams might even on Yangon. They're in the 9. They're hard to find when it comes to hide and seek. Seeking, and we here on our map.
Fights has been something they are whatsoever. Been throwing carnage, causing issues for some of our top. That very central other teams that love an early scrap. An opportunity for Joe. Opportunity just over this rim. Looking for the side.
6x as well. The range. Play Cloud sends out, leaving just behind. Back across to Rome. Bernat's still looting, but might finally gets in the buggy. He may Yangon.
The bell. They didn't even Mernat's rope up with the rest of the squad. And the has not been linked back up. Link towards one another. That love those fights. Strangers as well. Into the middle.
Force a little bit of a wild. Or when they're about to strike, when they're about a blazing. A real haymaker is that squad. When they come and open that door, or at least
anyone in the building won't be breathing. Opportunity to Doxy. Izzy as well have been a very lethality is shown. The first punch is thrown. It's an opportunity to strike back again as well.
Rollout here from DRX. I don't think the Falcons were quite prepped. Alone inside of Paching. With points being and big jumps meaning you'll take the advantage from wherever you can. This is the penultimate for ourselves. Ops going forward. See Yangon on our screen. You can see how focused.
Thing, right? You know, we were talking about back at the start of the day today. From the body language, that human style, this team to play. focused up mechanically. That's what's bringing that skill.
Slightly weird. At the moment, it does force Yangon into. Usually, they would be out on the edge. Them, so they have to play something a little bit on the side. They know western area of crates. When that team starts to push on in, defensible fields, no compound. Over towards zone 2 in just 30 seconds, which will define of the game.
Who was the man that was looking for gone with the had sprung upon them in the pre. So we'll see if they're set and get revenge here on their rotation.
All right, we got a game on our hands. Tacticos get a little bit of that spicy circle look that they have been known for in this playoffs. They've had 2 chicken dinners a day averaging. Why that statistic should go up or down, but we're expecting. Will it come sooner early? Finding Ralph on the rotation. Yangon further out in the open.
Both frustrating as well. Always buzzing around. In the lobby, quick reaction. Hard to hold him back. Realize we don't want to mess.
Yeah, the boys on. There's been no opportunity for more loot, so to secure some more of that utility down towards the southern edge. Chasing over towards probably one of the only other Nongshim Red Force. Koa and Falcons again.
A 4-4 thrives. And a couple of uncon. At least get them perked up into Weibo on Zook. A human explosion has been ripping and tearing. This is again another here, obviously 3rd place right now to play with for them.
Weibo this one almost immediately was all on this push either. A lot of them with their points. Hidden blessing really where end game, because they know that placement points could be the difference dollars. So Weibo was towards that center area contest.
Change though, with teams looking to superior positions that slowly move forward. Of course, left for Falcons as well. That's Solo, the only one that's alive.
Circle about to shrink. See where it heads. If it heads back over towards Tacticos, know roughly that position is playing, they may just send back that way. Moving out from Sunken down towards the southwest. A deadly team to come up against the Talks, sending directly from that south side, as are DRX, and it's a little bit Jackie.
Shoulder to shoulder. Quads. Taking pot shots over Nimkaria on the drive back. Top of one another. Zone, a little bit of backup now. Them in effect, they take the have them pinned.
Team Secret able to get side, down towards ruins. Bad play there, APG takes ego, not quite flushed out just yet. Engagement between teams there. There's a shot from Redox over, and Frankie will have nation, dropping Regnum Karya down to Sunken, which, to be honest, they had
flapping their wings on this one. Knocked Regnum Karya off, killed because of it. Oh, backpack, and they are made on target. Are happy with that one, and they've still got more.
It's a massive nade from APG, but no. How crowded the zone is towards Alter Ego in return back to the rest of not finding a over in this match as they attack. Longshin northwest side of Gakka. Yangon Galacticos currently, let's say, split at the moment. Loads down on the north. Now though, as Loxy starts towards power.
Danger close at the minute. Again, the follow-up explodes. Try and restrict power. More than just chip damage. Getting hit heavy by the... And even Loxy realizes with this, tries to get away. Clean up onto the down squad. Clean.
Some of the arcs on those in one piece. PG fall fairly quickly up. Continue to put on the pain on their feet. A bit of trio.
Intuition to make the back. Knock to give him some room to play. Risk of over-egging the pudding. Infighting continue. But it only benefits them.
Yangon Galacticos can claim Regnum Karya and APG. It's Moana even getting involved. Alter Ego, who are massive long-range shot. Regnum Karya all the more uncovered. Over the top from APG.
Honor, but Alpha. This trial and tribulation on for quite some time. They're able to keep. You can see that they're taking the fight to these other squads now. The DR. Oh, Korea around from the sidelines. Goodbye.
In an uncomfortable position, Mern sent back up towards the rest of the team. Out to look not so pretty. The map.
Target. Softening up DRX. It's been huge from Alpha, but they're about close and personal. If they could push themselves up to alongside Yang. Moves, hits the first. Now peeking in over up on this one as DRX handled by Alpha, but on through.
An AP point on this game. If Yangon nade over the top, it's a long and it hits pretty.
Murna is making dies, and now he wants to split. Pushes up with. Oh, and it's a miss. Player, one goes down. Gone, live on.
Murna, a force in this game, like a botched in game, not able even to pull the tricycle over the top of. Dear me.
Hang on, instantly. Rotation from fight. Pounding in their chests right. 24. Trapped just apart from the last man, Redox. For some of our teams here.
Redox just does not slow down. They're fragmented. Spirit on Romeo and 24, and it is on time. Surprisingly, somehow sidestep it, or at least side.
I am shocked off the back of that one. It was a hell of a slam dunk. T24 tucks down, tries to Redox, similar crawling around. Cover to work with, still good amounts. Over on the side of Yangon. In, more chip damage for
Weibo, 104 players alive. Hitters here over. Dinner on this one if they want to. No elims yet. Quite difficult. It's 13 that they'd need on this game.
There is never a looking for the next opportunity. Oh my! Seems like the fire's going to be Yangon, but they at least onto them. It's Say Cloud with here. He could lose another man down to just is all that remains for the team.
Much of the southeast side. I think they understood that as soon as they lost, looking for some more. It will be hard with just the two players down towards that south side. And E-Arena. Sighting got down.
Either being able to up on the reshuffle round here. Come on to T24, obviously some time ago. Could lose his teeth off the. Could dive onto you the second.
He's got to move forward, man. Drops the smoke. The Blues pushing him in. Imagine from Alter Ego. Giving Yangon on just the one. Down Redox. One man alive now in row. Game. Been plenty. 6 elims. What a real result here.
Alpha on the move up. Actually backstab onto that court. Still take the fight if you roam. Remember, it's not just rule. He could still for the side, make the differential. You just win it on the long all the way to game 6. It's on. Be happy and walk away.
Yeah, the big thing here is that Yangon up. They're playing. Wow, no chance. At that with a one player. For Weibo, they're looking as possible. Needed, but happen.
Saw the frustration as Romeo was onto the desk. Use Alva 24 4 the solo. They cause it heavy as well.
Weibo took a big hit there up to though, but he's the arena do not have to. Weibo, who would love to control.
How good this team's looked. Circle with them having good. Still being alive, there's so much. You get the replay here of the nice nade from Moana. Of ending it right here. Fight continues. That are being pushed in by more damage done. Sleepy hit from the side. Handle it all on his lonesome.
This guy hitting some good shots, but 18 bullets. A lot of ammunition to take this for E-Arena. And done yet. Finally put him down there for Thunder. This one player could be res back up. Peeking.
Oh, there's chances. Grab onto this. Trying to keep their focus, all right? In for the backline of Weibo. Out in the vehicle to get a read. Not overextending too far. What?
Unfortunately, just not enough players to get the eliminations that they need. So, but you're still opening the door gone in that next game. But I respect the Weibo game. They didn't push too far out. They're just is a difficult scenario is to play scared, make mistakes in these final moments. They know that even a podium here in the playoffs.
And it's no guarantee teams being in the smash zone that they really. So for Weibo, another chicken dinner and getting as close. It would be unreal opportunity to be another horse in that race.
It's absolutely time to call this. 20K continuing, bringing down to game. Team Secret been very. They'll have to leave those ramparts.
Undertalks in the arena. So much of the attention, but for Weibo to go, they've got focus back over. He's a man that's done so much. Team, he's got backup, but chip damage in from all follow-ups as well. More any kind of cover to play with here. Taking a bit of chip damage of it. Hops in the vehicle.
Team Secret send the soldiers. Let's see if Weibo, the E-Arena, standing tall. Going through, 33Z has trying to give that information ever closer to down T24 Sakura. What is this?
The opportunity to crash, but the damage is coming personal. They got, but it doesn't work how they wanted it to. It's fragmented either squad, yes, but no one's walked away the winner yet.
Weibo needs to quickly get back up on their feet. They're healing right now. Order being dropped back up into position. Su makes a quick swing by. It is Tourniquet to stay alive. Dastardly, and Team C engagement.
Groups, the difference of that nade being incredibly influential for with a start in a decision making, pulls out the prime. Are clean, but 33 from the side.
Has to take the fight over to storm the castle.
Looks good so far. Secret clash on, and Weibo is this intensity going whilst are weakened, and they
inside in the window, a prison. As more bullets rain. The final player now. Weibo looking to finish.
Is away from another. Looks to command respect. Fires out the shot. And the arena are going. Stand strong in the lobby. This team is back. That they've still got the fight.
Once again, they are not giving up today. Performance from there. These teams in the front better. They need to get a move on.
From this team. Of the crowd going. Support is here in home. Will be ecstatic. But it is the first step for them, Blank. They are close. Teams that are even close. City keeps on building. As the action.
This land is cold.
New Pulsar Legionnaire first outfit with special head and lines. The Pulsar Legionnaire set cute voice lines that can be top.
What happened? Hey, friend. Here.
It also features on ship DSR and Jet Reaver glide animations. Experience parachute That's not all. Even more reward. Event period 25 through August 26th. What are you waiting for? Get the
이렇게 준비다. 천천히 해. 앞에 라인 기는 거 조심. 야, 둘이야, 둘. 앞에 탁한데? 만 데미지 봐. 삼각바위 하나. 삼각바위 기다. 삼각바위 하나. 나이스 준호야! 加懂吗？可以，知道可以打。我打这个知道。有跟人家说，我看到一个，我看到。哦，你们冲，他只叫我。还就一个，还上来，就那烟。带他，牛逼！
Witnessing one of the greatest comebacks in history, a back-to-back.
And they also have been playing pretty much their undoing. Parking the bus. Why don't they slow playing in a methodical way that led to the very moment? Now, points still matter. Number 6. Point they win game 6, they then take a team outside of the running. Takes it, well, then it would default to case right now as it stands. It would be points still matter, but APG, I'm going for it all. I'm trying and now and shut everybody down. The longer these games go, this is for other teams to be on Smash, for them to steal the chance right here, and because the reality is, John, so there's more chances themselves and potentially for them to fight them not having the point lead.
Of course, that outside not to mention the cash. It's going to be looming overhead. A bit of 500,000 is up for grabs. You drop down to allow that to sneak. You slash down to 250. Big drop off. And Yangon Galacticos essentially neck and neck. To our final Erangel number 16 coming through. Up towards Stalver on the north.
Let's get it going. Predictions in the arena. Support your favorite team. They need over the next 3. 5 points away from reaching threshold, very close, far away, depending on how these for this specific map. Theoretically, for Yangon Galacticos, this win this tournament on. Why I say that Erangel, in my opinion, tends to be where they fit. Then you flip the script, we go to our APG to then be the favorite. So I'm locking it in right here and now. I don't want to see Miramar. Might have just gone down. But one of the things that's been hurting them, they don't have a secondary drop, and because they ran into issues a couple of maps ago, it took them a little bit longer to smash point, but yet here they are. Now going to be quite active. We've talked about it. 3 teams on military things. Crowded. APG is now one of them.
They are going to get involved on military. They get to drop out time today over towards their drop spot. Sends up towards the north. Moving over towards Georgia Pole. That's normally Yangon Galacticos. Going to have potentially a little bit of a better time, but on that north side, you've got those vehicle drops that could be a little bit messy. But it seems like they're extricating themselves effectively for the time being. No one getting too close to no knocks being seen just yet. Of course, we're looking at Weibo down in Primorsk, going to split up towards Quarry as well. Nobody contesting on that spot.
Again, early on that plane path, they should be looted nice and quickly, and that west side rotate, very available for them.
Very available indeed. And well, for Yangon Galacticus, they land a little bit short. Normally, they're up towards Georgia Pole, which would be phenomenal for them, being dead this time around. They will side of things. For Arena, already Sky getting the night. But Sky needs to get out of here.
Hora towards the Arena, trying to defend. To be honest, no one's really. And it is 4 players to. We hate, but it does. Vehicles on the road. A smile. So I don't want to go for that. Yeah, just
this is a great to play for in-game. Let's not try to overexpose ourselves. Let's tone back the aggressiveness. Aggressive in that last game. I don't know, it would have been tough, but they were getting have the best chance. This is quite literally as it currently stands to hold it down game and just stay quiet. That now you do have teams moving in, teams Georgia Pole, and then of course Arena. Maybe tempting Galacticus is currently at. We also shift our attention to a of military and Eastern Bridge, Western Bridge. Oh, well, they've got 4 thrives or either.
could be problem. Team Secret have a position. Taking the fight fairly effectively. Very low fast, but Frankie wasn't quite. And now Frankie is in danger with on the bottom floor. They and in they come. Team ground player Sakura on the window. Pre-fires the angle. Like actually beautifully found. And now Tony K.
He's going to go ahead and camp up here, Frankie. Nades cooking. Don't think to pull it back. If I was him, and finally taking this fight to get their down player is Tony K will fall. Fumes, Joker last, and I just don't know if he's going to have what man units of Team C.
Included early with the move towards the northern shore. Opens the door for teams like Power at the moment to potentially. It also leaves a little bit this flank to maybe move over that.
Western Bridge. Most likely going to go across. Going to have to fight really to center zone. That's such a great spot. Although I feel he's a bit spread out from his. A little bit of concern. I understand that's great for eliminations. That's great for your boys. Stay together.
I mean, that kind of feels a little bit of a pop there. Maybe a signal of things slows down, getting a little bit too over-aggressive. But they're establishing control on both Galacticos positions, and that's the danger that. That's right. It's so open around the edge. Early is really. We're on board with a. Careful on their bridge crossing, but they need. Oh, he's fine. He's around. Again, they're going left. They're going right.
Correct me if I know you would. We have. We're in this very spot when they won. Well, what a couple days back, right? It was team pushing in on a roster on the. Yes, and then remember the. A victory, and it was very, very
APG,
and so they basically, or at least close to it. They've already got a W here.
definitely be trying to. That's love to take home. And that title, the money, it's weighing heavy. And then Weibo trying to 5 points short of the match. Needs to earn. See, they're posted up right now, close to the long rotate across that bridge. It can. There's only one team on the northern shore. That will change pretty quickly, though. We've got team. You've got Alter Ego. You've got unlikely to go to North Georgia area to get a little bit more packed.
Maybe even Alter Egos, who I feel have been doing decent. They can have a good game here. There is a big chance. Start to do what Weibo's been doing, right? Breaking in to smash point to get close to that narrative. Maybe they surpass it games away, which would be and how well they've been playing. You look at Crypto against Regnum Caria, that would cap off a wonderful storyline we've been developing for this Alter Ego roster. Now, let's see where this next zone ends up going. And it's going to go straight towards up top. And Yangon Galacticus, who do make the audible, they follow Smile up ahead. Seems to have paid well within the next zone.
That is a hard shift up towards the north side. Yangon Galacticos immediately go to the northern shore. Power under pressure, way on the western side, moving over that west-north, that APG following Thunder Talk all the way out bridge, insert over to the east on what Yangon Galacticos can do with this river crossing.
Pushing, saying, okay, let me go ahead. It's available. Well, it's simply a couple more shots. Gotta stay away, brother. I'm not testing the water. Yangon Galacticus hold it down. And we're still moving. Going forward.
Oh, Mernat looking to try out the buggy, or tries to connect. Danger, but he's pushed back. Yangon about 4 teams through their position. They've got such a blockade that all southwards of them before back.
G getting relatively close. Chance maybe they clashed. Sides to take. I assume they're going to go up north towards where Thunder Talk is. Yangon Galacticus, with a multitude of other rosters now, because you guarantee they're going to have to go north.
Right, they didn't do either. One, hold teams out. Force a blockade, force a choke those rotations out for everyone else. You already have that advantage. They took a little peek here. They folded back into their compound. And they can still do something. But I feel like they need a mistake in it's going to pan out that way. Yep. Teams towards the top, right? They've gone now range hill on the north side. They have
yes.
I like what Weibo has done. More certainly than Yangon Galacticos.
Those I think are in prime position this game, and 2 rosters points away. I mean, they could get that with this. For Alter Egos, a good closer to the smash points. Just hold their ground. They finally starts to get up towards Rozhok. We have another shift with surprise on Galacticus in it on the southern portion, and they are uncontested, so another deep run potential. But for that narrative against Alter Egos, south towards shooting range for Weibo, still relatively strong opposite of Team Secret.
It's a non-zero possibility that Alpha into Yangon Galacticos' position here, and we for the smash point. We're still waiting for teams to start to drop here. Just one, but there's still. Because of course we do have to have a Fireflux. playing on the northeast side. But can't stay in this compound. Road, Alpha Gaming, same.
So fourth ride north of them. Fireflux Solish, yeah, just unfortunately instead of moving forward, take advantage of that situation. A team that played so well throughout find themselves knocking on the door. Another roster that needs in map number 4. And that's what makes this grand finals our audience match point, but we've got to make their way. We get to game 6. I
mean, teams like Alter Ego, what, 4th? Like those are the two teams who are to join, right? Especially with 4th Thrives. 5 now. It's still, it's safe to say, it is still very much going to do back-to-back chicken dinners. It's going to be very, very difficult. 4th Thrives are right now out in the east for them to enact that.
So before Smile go as a this time around, 3 go up. Renat down low, actually closing that in if the zone ends up shifting. But when I see those solos out off guard with the third party.
At the moment though, we're on board. Circling around the south side, want to get stuck in. Yangon Galacticos in the meantime still fighting on Alpha. They've lost. Very, very tricky.
Take the hovercraft and potentially he'll get behind the, and that's going to leave 1-4. Needed a good game 4, fully eliminate that narrative. APG
for 4th Thrives to get up into the back-to-back chicken dinners at this. To help Weibo potentially stuck in this. Fireflux are right next to them. Able to push through this one in a health.
We know about Alter Egos. Is they 4 still up? Well, maybe Mary John, I'm starting to believe. Still going to be probably another.
And they draw it away.